Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game, everyone involved is absolutely up for it.
Well, we're on the way.
Well, Peter, the lethal Ruud van Nistelrooy, one of the great strikers that defined a generation.
And English football in the early years of the 21st century was more or less his time and place.
Yeah, his hat-trick in early May certainly comes to mind. Give me any of those goals he scored that day, all great finishes.
And a week later, of course, his team had secured the title. Gavi. More and more pressure on the ball here. Fernandes. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Crunching tackle. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks.
Mendes kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
It's come through and he's had a quick look inside.
Van Dijk pokes it out wide. Can he spark a counter here? And it's Dembele. Oh, the ball's gone astray.
And he's let fly! And for a moment, time stood still. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Van Dijk, nicely weighted ball, stood up well to him there.
So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal.
Camavinga. Nicely shaped ball. That's an excellent interception. Fernandes.
Dembele. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one.
Van Dijk. Puyol. Deftly out wide. Van Dijk. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Can he get it through?
Ribéry.
Van Dijk gets over and intercepts. Looking for the run.
And Van Nistelrooy!
It's bounced back off the post. That has ended up in no man's land. Nice control. And that has left him in a heap. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Van de Ven. And it's Fernandes. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he?
Van Nistelrooy has given away a free kick. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague, and they look worried.
The pass has gone astray, and it's Camavinga. Tries from a long way out.
Gave it a go, but off target.
Yeah, it seemed the right range, and I guess it was worth a try.
And the keeper's given it away. Mbappe gets through on his own. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on.
Fermin.
Van Nistelrooy. Ribéry will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Gavi. Aims beyond the defence.
Yamal is onto this. He's got away. Shot a goal! They've scored! First blood drawn. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Tottenham have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Van Dijk cuts out the pass. Ribéry is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
He has a look out. And the finish! They've scored! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Well, I query, Peter, whether he should have been allowed to do that in the first place, but absolutely nothing wrong with the finish.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up. Beautifully policed that midfield.
Great chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And already we're underway here. Nice looking ball. And he was quick to react. Mbappe. Great vision. There's the shot! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. This to go one up. Brilliant save from... And it's come back out to him. They've scored! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And here's Yamal, and he's managed to get free. Pinches it off him. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. They get a throw in. Ah, good steal, he just read it. Looking to play him in. It's a good run down the right. Oh, shooting chance! Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. And it's Salah. Gets a good foot in there. Nuno Mendes. Camavinga. And it's Fernandes. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Guardiola.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Van Dijk. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Engages and forces him off the ball. Ricci has found the net here, of course. Guardiola. Dembele does well to get it back. Goes down, but nothing given. Alexander-Arnold. Mohamed Salah. Tries to pass it through. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Oh, that's well spotted. Hakimi in with the challenge. Now it's Son Heung-min. Mbappe. Decent chance! That's another chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Yeah, he came away empty-handed in the end, but it was wonderful movement.
Pass somewhat off target. Can he get it through? Oh, it's Dembele. Jorginho. Half an hour played now. Oh, that's a key interception. Gavi. Gavi cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his...
Takes a shot! It's there! They are right back in business.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop. Well, he had time to weigh up the fact that the keeper was vulnerable, and he duly lobbed him.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
He's got away. Dembele.
Good, strong midfield running here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
And that's put paid to a promising move.
Well timed, excellent interception. And it's Salah. Now it's Son Heung-min. Gavi threads one in. Yamal receives it in a wide position.
Tries a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Tottenham with the corner, they're first. And now they can spring out of defence. No outsmarting him this time.
Dembele, and he shoots! It's off target and by quite a way.
Alexander-Arnold. João Palhinha. Now it's Mbappe.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Mbappe. Ricci.
Foot in.
And it's Dembele.
Nicely worked.
And it's made its way to him.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And the referee brings the first half to a close.
So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying.
So there was the first half.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time.
Substitutions taking place.
So once again, we're underway.
Now it's Valverde. This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. Looking for the run. Salah crosses. Hakimi can get it clear. Now it's Yamal. Guardiola. Ricci. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Well, that looks a decent ball, and he's worked it through. He's found the way through. Lovely feet. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
He's had a shot!
And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning.
He's had a shot!
And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Camavinga. And it's Van Dijk. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Spread it left.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well, there's the clearance. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Just about up to the hour now. And the pass is intercepted. Ricci. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. He won't be happy with that one. That's good running with the ball. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And it's Fernandez. Palhinha cuts it out. Fernandez is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Valverde. He's a sharp little ball here. Just eases him off the ball.
That's going in strongly.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Guardiola. João Palhinha. That's a cute ball. Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Looking for options for movement. Mohamed Salah gets into a good position. He's shifting through the gears here. Donnarumma did just about enough to come out on top there. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Guardiola. And it's Valverde. And here's Mbappe. Son Heung-min. He's on it. Can he get a...
Goes for a shot!
Hefty. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. Tottenham present their opponents with the best possible chance here.
Substitution on the field. Number
Well, the
8,
keepers these days have done their homework.
Coming on to replace him is number 7, Vets. Substitution in progress.
He couldn't find the finish.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Camavinga. It's been shipped out wide. That has not gone well. Azar can see things others simply cannot. And here's Dembele. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Played out to the right. Now it's Messi. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Messi. Oh, that's fabulous. Messi.
And there's the shot!
Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Tottenham really will have to throw everything at this now. Thinks about the shots. Gavi! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Valverde. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Shot could be on. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And no, that was never going to make it. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Dembele.
Can he finish? Yes, he's done it! And that has raised the roof!
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe.
And that is as far as it goes. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but... Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's down to business here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, this fella, Donnarumma, is someone who's been catching our eyes ever since he made his top-flight debut at the age of 16. He's had to grow up very quickly because of that, and it shows in his positional awareness and consistency. And you've got to remember, his shot-stopping is second to none.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Nicely weighted ball. Played out towards the right wing. Mendes does well to get it back. Oh, it's Dembele. Fernandez. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
A header!
And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Mbappe. And it's Valverde. And Hakimi. Jimenez. Chooses to go crossfield. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Chance!
And the ball's come loose here. Dembele. And the pass is intercepted. And he's decided to go for it.
Vinicius Junior!
That's a half-decent try. Now it's Yamal. Can he get on the end of this? Hakimi plays it in. Defending of the desperate variety. Mendes got a long way forward to join the attack. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. The other side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Now he's got space here. Always onto this. Gavi. That's an imaginative pass. And here's Yamal. Now it's Darwin. He's shifting through the gears here. Vinicius Junior proves just a little bit too strong. Chance to deliver. Good read, needed to be. Now it's Darwin. Nicely shaped ball.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Now it's Mbappe. Tries to play it through.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left.
And it's been given away.
He's had a shot! Goal! Uruguay!
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition. OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. No, he's not getting any further than that. And it's Camavinga. He's looking wide.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Takes a shot! He scored! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Uruguay are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Defending was strong and firm. Oh, good spread. Hakimi, he's through here. Oh, nicely intercepted. And we've reached half-time. How do we look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I'm looking at the body language, Peter, and it doesn't look great. It's going to be pretty hard for them to pick themselves up from here. But there's still a maybe at play. Maybe they'll thrive on the adversity.
Muchas gracias. Cambio en Uruguay. Número 25. Número 21.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Entran número 22.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Mbappe, and that has put paid to that. Swung over. Mbappe. And they've switched it over to the other side.
Well spotted.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. It's gone out for a throw-in. And he's managed to gift it back. Fernandez. Gavi.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. Hakimi.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Mbappe looks to get on the end of this. Dembele. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Looking for the run. Van Dijk calmly anticipates. Well, that pass isn't the best. Threads one in. Oh, he's found support out wide. Okazaki. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Yamal. Now it's Mbappe. And this is Dembele. Mbappe. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Looks a good ball through. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Vinicius,
Chance for a shot! It's hit the upright.
and he's only too happy to take that back. Jimenez. Spread out to the left. Knocks it into space. Great vision. Well, he's seen that early. He used a certain sixth sense. Kukçu. And Lenormand. Hakimi. Well timed, excellent interception. And it's Gavi. Shot could be on.
Decent chance! And yes, it's there! Right back in the game!
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Tottenham get themselves back into contention.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting.
Shot at goal! A real chance and a real let-off.
Uruguay really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Now that's well seen too. And he's intervened well there. That's a cute ball. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Tottenham are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
That is a crunching tackle.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Mbappe looking for options for movement. Little pass back. Nice looking ball. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Rocher. Probing pass. And there goes the final whistle.